Hello. Hello, hello. And welcome in. How's everybody doing? You may notice I am in my normal office. Molly, Venom, TP, Heather. Good evening. Or afternoon, or good night, wherever you're at. Welcome in. Like I said, you may notice I am not in my normal, or I am, I should say, in my normal office. This was an impromptu one. I should have been in Cologne for Gamescom. I should have been there for about 12 hours by now. Can I turn myself up? How about this? This mic it peaks a lot, so I don't want to be too loud. Let me know. I did not get sick again. B Dizzle, what's up? I did not get sick again. We'll jump right off. Why am I here? Basically, I couldn't get there. I go to the airport, and my flight out of Buffalo was delayed to Philadelphia was delayed by about. It was supposed to leave at 6:59 yesterday evening, and it was delayed until 8:44. That delay caused it to get there, would have caused me to get to Philadelphia late, which is where I was catching my flight to London and then London to Cologne. So because of that first flight being delayed by so long, I would have missed my connecting flight. So, and I had talked to the airline, and the earliest they could have gotten me out there, hopefully, if they could have gotten me on the plane, the earliest they could have gotten me to London and then to Cologne was Wednesday night, tomorrow night, around like 6:30, 7 o'clock Cologne time. More than likely, I would have gotten there Thursday morning. So my thought process was, for over 36 hours of travel time, logistically, did it make sense to be in Cologne for Thursday, hopefully all of Thursday and all of Friday, to come home first thing Saturday, when I sleep, at least 14 hours, 12 to 14 hours. So then I'm in Cologne for less hours than what I'd actually be traveling. So it wasn't worth it to me. The entire team is there. It worked out because we didn't have enough hotel rooms. We had more people coming than we thought. So it ended up working out in that sense. I got to stay back, work with the team, get our coverage up at Insider Gaming. If you missed any of the opening night live content, that is at insider-gaming.com. But to say I was frustrated, sorry. To say that I was frustrated, I don't know if you saw my tweets last night. You saw I had a total crash out online, which I apologize for. I shouldn't crash out like that, but I crashed. I crashed out super, super hard last night, guys. Kakarot, Alley Cat, how are you? I never went, TP. I never went. I made it to the airport. Flights got delayed. I would have missed my connecting flight from Philadelphia. I did not want to be stuck in Philadelphia for a day or two. So I stayed. I just left the airport and went home, and now I'm covering at home while everybody else is there. Most of my team is there. It sucks because, like I said, I had a pretty big crash out last night. This summer was supposed to be a big summer for traveling. Boston, for PAX. I made it one day of PAX, got deathly ill, lost 20 pounds. Awful. LA, great. I couldn't have asked for a more fun weekend. And then Gamescom, I was looking forward to seeing everybody again, meeting some newer members of the team that I hadn't met before. And this happens. It kind of changes how I want to attack things the rest of my time. It changes a lot with how I want to spend my time. Do I want to continue traveling? The Game Awards, the Game Awards are tough because there's not much else going on other than the award ceremony. So I'd rather be home anyway for that. I would much rather be home anyway. Guys, if you're just tuning in, thank you so much. Welcome. This is not a scheduled stream. But we are going to talk about the NHL 26 Be a Pro deep dive. We're going to talk about NASCAR 25 a bit with the screenshots released, the soundtrack, and some stuff. But right now we're talking Gamescom. We're talking about me not being there. And it sucks. It sucks. If you see me get distracted, it's because I'm working on a couple things. I'm not trying to get distracted. I'm trying to... No, UFC wasn't there. Sports games, just like the Game Awards, just like Summer Games Fest, sports games are never really present. I know we need UFC 6. I don't know what's going on at this point. It was there. It wasn't at the show, though. If that makes... It wasn't during the show. The kickoff show. Like kind of like EAFC. FC 26 is at Gamescom. It wasn't part of opening night live. So it's it's not surprising not to see it. Will there any big more announcement? Yes. There is Silk Song will get the announcement on Thursday. There is a game that I was supposed to play on Thursday behind closed doors that was not announced, that will be announced soon, either this week or soon, but there's an RTS game that I'm under embargo. I can't talk about it. Even though I'm not making the appointment, I can't talk about it. That I'm super excited for. It's from a long-running, like 20-year-old franchise as well. So I'm super excited about that. EA has their marketing. I still am holding out hope because you got to think, when did they announce NHL? When did they announce NHL? We knew NHL 26 was coming, but when did they do the official start to build up? Hey, we got news coming. Just a couple weeks ago, right? For a game coming out in 2 weeks. Like, NHL is coming out in 2 weeks. So NHL coming out in 2 weeks, they gave it about a month. I kind of think we'll see that same thing for UFC. Molly, we're going to get to the announcements in a minute because there's one, especially because you watch Insider Gaming Weekly and you've seen my crash outs there about a certain franchise that then had a sequel announced today during the pre-show. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. But the UFC stuff I'm still not worried about. I'm still holding out belief that it's coming out this year. The only thing I can think of, and again, like, I haven't spoken to anybody in quite some time about it because no one's talking. So that has me wondering, because they've done this before. Companies have done this before, where news gets out and then they change it completely. Some they move things up, right? Some they just move things up and then they move things up soon, like the college basketball news. That wasn't supposed to come out when it did. Matt Brown's report, which again, I first reported college basketball was in the works back in December, that talks were happening. Matt Brown's report saying, hey, it's happening, forced EA to bump up that news. That's what happened there. So we're in a situation now, right, where EA is going to start doing their own damn thing. They're going to stop they're going to stop, I think, I don't even know if they're going to stop. I think they're going to stop just seeing what happens, and they're going to stick with what they got. I personally do like the shorter windows. I'm so stoked. I am so stoked. Well, episode 3 was supposed, I believe. Yeah, episode 3 is coming out next or tomorrow for the show. Yeah, I'm so stoked with what they've been doing. Yeah, tomorrow, not because they're doing the every 2 weeks. I still think October. When I say they have marketing, so the marketing teams and the publishing teams. Have you ever noticed sometimes trailers on like IGN go up that give information about a game out, right? That give information about a game out before like the official trailers go out? That's marketing. The marketing team, when I say the marketing team is ready, that means they have screenshots ready to share. They have a first cut of a trailer ready to go. They have social media images ready to go. They have posts ready to go, like the content that they want to share. They got all that ready to go. That's what I mean. So they're ready. That's what I mean by marketing. Anything from Ubisoft. Ubisoft is going to be super quiet until they're ready to announce a bunch of stuff. We know it's likely going to be an Ubisoft Forward sometime next year, but we're going to get more on the Assassin's Creed Shadows DLC soon, I know. And then we're going to... they got a lot in the works. It's just I don't know when they're going to announce it. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe. It helps reach it out. It helps me a lot. We do have some news on the future. When they're ready, they'll share with you, or they won't share with me. Sources might, but EA won't share with me first. They'll post a tease. They'll start doing that on. The first thing you'll see is their banner change, their headline or profile pic change when it's ready. When they're getting ready to start, that's when you'll see things. But they won't share it with me. The Black Flag remake going, it's coming. So this isn't a report, but I think we see the Black Flag remake next year. I think we see it. We'll talk about NHL in a minute, Chris. I got thoughts on that. Some good, some bad. But there was a game, before we get into that, Gamescom, opening night live. If you missed anything, I'll throw a link in the chat that has all the trailers from tonight. Everything announced. There's the trailer. Cool, Francis. It looks fantastic. It looks beautiful. People are going... There were people saying that it's going to look like NASCAR 21 Ignition. Not even close. iRacing Arcade. I know they're doing it the opposite, Venom. Arcade's coming to PC and then console, whereas 25 is coming to console, then PC. Gamescom. All the announcements. We'll probably, we might just share the screen for that actually. Because there was a lot that was announced, guys. If you think I'm ignoring you, I'm not. I'm just trying to keep my mind organized with what I'm going in. If I miss your chat, I apologize. I will get to it. eFootball's a joke. When they went from Pro Evolution Soccer to eFootball, it died to me. So we had on all of the announcements. You can go to Insider Gaming. But this is what they kicked off the pre-show with. And Molly might know my rants about Bubsy 3D and my disdain for Bend Studios. This isn't Bend making this. It's a different studio. But Bubsy 4D. C-Nation 888, thank you for subbing to the channel. I appreciate it. Bubsy 4D. I can't. I don't even know. The Battlestar Galactica Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. I don't really have a thought too much on it. He-Man and Masters of the Universe Dragon Pearl of Destruction looks great. Right up my alley for the types of games. And then we got to the, we had the pre-show. Some solid Road Kings. The Sonic Racing Pac-Man Cross World. So, Call of Duty kicked off the show, other than, the little glimpse of Silk Song. We'll get the bigger announcement of Silk Song in a couple days. Man, does Call of Duty look terrible. Call of Duty looks awful. Oh, they're going into the psyche now. You see a giant man. What a joke Call of Duty looks like. I don't care what. One, exclusive confirmed on the multiplayer final mission, co-op campaign, and then that big final mission. That was confirmed, Tom's exclusive. But man, what a joke does Call of Duty look like right now. It looks absolutely terrible. Nothing about it looks good. Like, we're gonna, you know what? I don't want to get demonetized, so I'll turn this down, but can we, like, oh my God, they fell into the psyche. Like, what is this crap? What is this garbage? It looks terrible. And you know what my favorite part is? Someone shared multiplayer gameplay. And I was sitting there, my first thought was, it looks exactly the same. Why isn't Modern Warfare coming out this year? What do you mean? Instead of another Black Ops? I don't know. I don't know what their schedule is. But someone did this. Let me find it. Here we go. Multiplayer gameplay. You ready for this? They posted this. Now, don't worry about the quality because Twitter likes to do their compression shit. It's mainly the gameplay. Don't worry about the compression. It's going to get better. Everything's the same. There's nothing different. In 16, you only need 20 seconds to look and realize it's Call of Duty. If you like Call of Duty, you're going to like it. If you don't like Call of Duty, it's absolutely nothing. It's absolutely nothing for you. I don't get it. I don't like it. It doesn't. This stupid camera needs to stop tilting back upwards when I'm trying to be on screen. I don't like it. They did it. They did Black Ops 2 years in a row, just like they did Modern Warfare 2 years in a row. The thing is with the Modern Warfare 2 years ago, Modern Warfare 3 was supposed to be like a $30 expansion to Modern Warfare 2, and then Activision got greedy and decided to make it a full-fledged game, even though it wasn't. So, Call of Duty looks Call of Duty. Don't care. Lords of the Fallen 2 looks good. Lego Batman popped me. Tell off my camera. I know. It's got a mind of its own. It doesn't, piss off, camera. Lego Batman. Monster Hunter Wild, the Final Fantasy crossover. The Fallout Season 2 trailer looks good. It makes me remind me I have to actually watch Fallout, the season, but I got to find the time. Indiana Jones coming to Switch. Deadpool VR. I played Deadpool VR in LA when it was first announced at Summer Games Fest. I got dizzy as hell. It's one of those virtual reality games that I just don't think I can tolerate physically. What I played was fun. I just got sick. World of Tanks 2.0, their biggest update yet. Cool. Excited for it. Death by Scrolling. Give me it. EU5, good. But nothing. No, as far as announcements, nothing has me. Why would they remove it? Nothing has me. Oh my God. You know what I mean? Like super excited. Like we knew Black Myth Zonqui was coming based on the patent filing. Like nothing had me excited. So, Quay, I will be the first to admit I don't play the campaigns. I don't believe in playing Believe isn't the right way. I don't like playing campaigns from first-person shooters, like military first-person shooters, because they all felt the same in my life. They don't matter enough to me. What would make me go, oh my God? I don't know what does anymore. Because I get excited for new IP and then it becomes Mind's Eye. And we know that was a joke. That was an absolute mess. I mean, you can only go with what they give you, too. That's the thing. You can only go with what they give you. The Black Flag remake. Ubisoft is going to do their own thing soon enough. I just don't know when. And then we got the rumor. You got to remember, we got the rumored PlayStation State of Play coming up, or showcase, whatever they want to call it, later this year, hopefully too. Did I see the patent for application for the Nintendo Switch second screen? I did. The thing is, the patent stuff, it's weird. Just because it's patented doesn't mean it's guaranteed to happen. It's just now they can use it. And they can have control over that feature. The campaign, my big thing with the campaign is they don't do anything for me. They do nothing to excite me. There's not carryover for anything. It just doesn't matter to me. I don't believe Ubisoft Ubisoft is at Gamescom, but they weren't part of the show. Let's see. Because there's a lot of games shown. So Ubisoft is there. They're going to have Heroes of Might and Magic, the Olden Era, Rogue Prince of Persia, the new Division stuff, Anno 117 Pax Romana, Far Cry 7, it's just chugging along. Far Cry 7 is just chugging along. I don't know when we're going to get news on that, but I know it's moving. Dench Attack looks interesting. I'm trying to lock down an interview. The problem is because everybody's there, I'm not going to be able to get a interview with any of these people until after Gamescom settles down. We just had the Nintendo Direct today, Chris, for Kirby Air Riders. All right. NHL 26. The Be a Pro Deep Dive came out. And I don't know. What's going on, everyone? I'm excited, but I'm also wondering how repetitive it's going to be, how quick. They delay everything, and that's the problem. That's why they haven't done one and Capos in a while. That's a big reason why they haven't done one, because of the fact they know with all the delays. They've delayed everything lately. They know what they've been doing, and with this thing with Tencent, with mixing everything and switching everything up, they know they can't keep doing that. Are the tunnel runouts uniform? I don't know. I'm trying to find that information. I know they're going to be doing a presentation post. I don't know if it'll be a deep dive, just a presentation thing. Soon before the game, but it's not going to be a big presentation update. Starting goalies back, what do you mean? So let's go through this NHL deep dive. This NHL deep dive. You guys aren't going to hear the video. Well, you might pick it up through my mic. I'm trying to. The Lego Batman looks fantastic. I'm so excited for Lego Batman. Ben, how's it going, buddy? I'm so excited for Lego Batman. The Lego games, I need a good Lego game, a new one that I'll be into. That type of stuff. I don't know. The goalie introductions. Okay. I don't know. I have an email out to the person who handles PR for the NHL series. You know, let me check my emails now and see if they got back to me, because there were some questions that I had about that. So give me 1 second. I'll tell you if they responded. No. They have not responded at all. Like, the amount of people that just don't respond. I think it's there. Just because they say it's at Gamescom doesn't mean it's at opening night live. That's the thing. When they say something's at Gamescom, they mean it is at the event, the showcase itself. But they did just release a new gameplay trailer like 2 days ago. Actually, no. I think they revealed it maybe today during the NVIDIA show. But just because it's at Gamescom doesn't mean it was at opening night live. So my thing with NHL, they showed you in the one trailer, in the reveal trailer, you hoisting the Memorial Cup. There's no mention of playing in the juniors. Like, you play in the World Juniors where your career begins, but there's no mention of juniors. There's no mention of it in the Be a Pro. I like the idea of all the presentations being able to be sent down. The voice acting, when they had that, it's like, congrats on making the squat. That's lame. That's lame. I don't the hub and the idea of watching your form score, off ice stuff, that everything they're doing is cool. You know what, the one thing I really like? The one thing that I've been begging MLB The Show to do for years. NBA does it. Your salary. Your salary actually means something. Your career earnings, salary perks refresh monthly based on your signing salary, and then you choose how you want to spend the money on lifestyle upgrades or accept endorsement challenges that can boost your brand. Like the salary stuff is going to be so nice. I do wonder, Death Note. I wonder. Like, we're gonna go through this. We're gonna bounce back and forth, but we're gonna focus on some NHL for a minute. And then I have an update, like I said, before we end. We'll be talking about the future of this channel, what I'm gonna be doing, the Discord stuff, and stuff like that. You know what, let's do this so you can hear.
And consequences. That means every decision you make will impact your career as you try to go from rookie to superstar. With more on that, let's go to Mike Englehart.
We know you all love some good old...
Get rid of... I'm so happy that stupid pond hockey thing is gone. So happy. So happy it's gone.
Pricey pond hockey, but it was due time for a refresh. One of the big updates to Be a Pro in NHL 26 is in its presentation. There are a grip of new cutscenes and cinematics, along with all new voice actors, which really elevate the mode and story at large.
Hey, congrats on making the roster. This is a huge accomplishment.
From a new World Junior...
Hey, congrats on making the roster. This is a huge accomplishment. Why? Like, that's unnecessary. It doesn't make sense. What game am I looking forward to at State of Play? I have a feeling they're going to show more of Intergalactic. And I kind of want to see what the hell that's all about, the Naughty Dog game. I'm really hoping we finally get something on Wolverine, though. I really hope. By the way, I did see, TP, your thing about most excited games for 2026. I will get to that. I'm not ignoring you. I will get to that.
Juniors trophy ceremony sequence, cinematics of the moment you get drafted, your first time in an NHL...
I love that cinematics the moment you get drafted. I hope you get called up by your coach and stuff, and they don't do the decentralized thing that they did this year, because that was awful.
Dressing room, all new tunnel walkouts, to celebrating with the Stanley Cup in that dressing room. These new visuals immerse you in the drama and storytelling of a superstar NHL journey. One of the new additions we're really excited about are the new media scrums, where, depending on how you play, you'll either get your flowers or get grilled. And every response you give comes with consequences and affects how your player will grow. We heard the community and we took action. Be a Pro in NHL 26 is a completely reimagined experience that begins with an all-new chapter-based core game loop, which brings about more stakes and immediate impactful consequences to your actions in-game. Now,
Power play, we
your story
just
begins
don't know
in the
yet.
semifinals of the World Juniors, where you create your character, pick your nation, and your performance dictates your NHL draft positioning. From there, immerse yourself in...
That's the weird thing. I've never seen... With the World Juniors, most players have been already... This is one of the things that bothers me. For the World Juniors, not all the time, but most of the time, the players in the World Juniors already have been drafted. Most of them. Especially on teams like USA, Canada, and stuff. They've already been drafted. You start in the World Juniors? I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that.
The emotion of the draft.
I don't know if I like that it's the only way to start.
And your first NHL game. As you dive into your rookie year, yourself in the emotion of the draft and your first NHL game. As you dive in there, immerse yourself in the emotion
it's
of the
just
draft
you walking up
and
to
your
like a
first
commissioner.
NHL game. As you dive into
Want to be
your
Gary
rookie year,
Bettman.
the chase for the cup, and if you can pull it off, a Hall of Fame worthy career.
Once I was dressed and everything, I was just like...
Make sure we foregrounded in Be a Pro was the emotion of the pro hockey journey, both the highs and the lows, and that comes through in how you carry yourself off the ice, in front of the media, and in your performances on the ice.
So that looks fine. My big thing is, how does the gameplay play? If the gameplay isn't good, though, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter if the gameplay isn't good. You still have issues like clipping, puck clipping, and sticks clipping. Like, we saw that in the gameplay deep dive. We saw issues of that. And that was frustrating. Beyond frustrating. But like the consequences thing, if I can't go in and become the worst, pay attention to the entrance animation of the players.
Pro hockey jersey.
Hold on.
Both the highs
Hold on.
come in
Once I was,
career.
once I,
I still don't like that they can't do jerseys right. Like numbers don't look like this when the jerseys move. They don't look like this.
was dressed and everything, I was just so excited to start playing. I still remember.
I'm interested. I mean, I don't expect it to be perfect. It's a video game at the end of the day. And if the gameplay's like, I don't expect it to be perfect. But there are little things that, I'm hoping to see. Because, like I said, trying to find it. I don't know if they run in strangely. Because you got to think, they're motion capped. Like, uh-oh. My computer froze a bit. Okay, there we go. You got to think they're motion capped. So it's not going to be like, I don't know. It's not going to be it's not going to be like the worst. I'm trying to find the NHL 26 like clipping thing. Oh, here we go. Like, so for me, when I still see stuff like this, let me share my screen. When I still see stuff like this, then I get a bit bothered. Watch. What like what is that? This is when I get bothered. Little things like this bother me more than it should. And I don't want to be that guy. I don't. It just bothers me. Like, where in this instance he doesn't you should see the stick lift over the puck when he goes from forehand to backhand, but it doesn't. It goes through forehand to backhand. It's there, and then it's just gone. Like, it bothers me. That bothers me way too much. Right through the stick. I noticed it a lot in the gameplay stuff. A lot. Okay. We might get back to some NHL. But, so my roundup is, and I like to, when I do these roundups or these deep dives, I refuse to fully buy into hype anymore until I get my hands on the game and I can play it. That's when I will get excited or not, right? Yeah, I don't like it. I think everything's still working. I had a hiccup on my computer, so I think everything's still working. I just don't, until I can play it, I will leave and reserve. I will reserve judgment until I can play it myself. Before I take this guy and I go, and I go, before this guy makes up his mind and he's like, it's good. Before I do that, we'll see. NASCAR time. We got the soundtrack on Friday on my birthday, which was nice. Do we know teams have general runouts? I think every team might have their own runout. I do believe I would think any team, like the Sabres, will come through their Sabres, swords that come down and stuff like that. It makes too much sense it wouldn't make sense to have some teams have it and others not. So we got NASCAR screenshots. We got the soundtrack on my birthday last week. Turned 35, baby. People are wondering about the trailer. It's still scheduled for the end of August. There's a lot of talk about what they're going to reveal around Daytona. I think it's the cover. Those games, we'll see maybe at the Game Awards, TP. I think we'll see at the Game Awards. Why did I go there? But the NASCAR, we got some screenshots. Got the soundtrack, which a nice mix. Track list is coming soon. I can tell you it is coming soon. But you know what bothers me? So people are looking at screenshots.
It was kind of...
Nope, you don't need to hear that. People are looking at the screenshots for NASCAR, right? And is there an Unreal event happening? I don't know. One of the people I saw whining about this. Real quick, let's bring this over here. One of the people I saw were whining about this. Like, complaining about the tires looking like that, not realizing these are vehicles, these are screenshots of vehicles in motion, and that's motion blur, and that's just how they look. That doesn't matter. If you're driving all the time, look at every single tire. Every single tire has the blur because they're wheels in motion. If I am driving and my tires, nothing's wrong with it. Nothing is wrong with it. I think people just got so used to the bad motorsport game ones. I think that's what happened. That's the thing is that's not. Where's the palm tree? Oh, this? Are you talking? Cool Francis, hold on. Are you talking about this? Let me know. Are you talking about those? Because my God. So, like, I was the same way with the stick, the puck coming through the stick. But what in my mind is, if it goes through the stick, is that going to eliminate a poke check opportunity? You know what I mean? Because there's puck physics. But I don't, like, they're in motion and they're palm trees. Who cares about the palm trees? You see these cars? You see these cars? These cars look fantastic. These cars look fantastic. People are Cool Francis, people are dumb. Defire. Like, I just don't get it. There has to be additional drivers. I have a feeling there are, and they just didn't. Or the list we got wasn't the full one because licensing. I have a feeling. That's the thing. It's open world. It's not. It's a NASCAR game. Are they anything major? Defire, we've just went through a little bit of the Be a Pro deep dive. I'm cautiously optimistic So one of the things, Molly, that I always say, you want to test graphics, racing games. It used to be back in the day, any console that wanted to show off their power would do so with a racing game. And show off their power and just how good they looked and just what the visual fidelity could be. They would do a racing game. And I still think that holds true in a way, despite where we're at, where we're not getting the graphical leaps that we used to get. Defire, as far as franchise mode, there's not going to be major updates. There's going to be some small quality of life stuff we're still waiting to get information on, but the major updates came last year. I am hoping we get some added drivers. The biggest thing is licensing. So NASCAR licensing with drivers kind of works like boxing. You have to get the driver, you have to get the team, you have to get the sponsors, and not just one sponsor. NASCAR, to get iRacing, to get things sorted. Granted, some are easier than others, but you know, all these stickers, they got to get permission from all of them. Some are package deal with the teams. Some aren't. They got to get permission from all of them. From all of them. Oop, I hit my mic. That's the biggest problem with licensing with NASCAR games. Best racing game? Like, are we talking racing in general? Need for Speed Most Wanted is a great game. But if we're talking racing game in general, I will still put Forza Horizon 5 up against almost anything. Almost anything. You'll get more with ARCA. You'll get more. Things are coming. Things are coming. Why do all sports games come out? The big thing is because that's when seasons start. With a lot of sports games, you do it right at the season. Now, NASCAR, everybody's whining. Well, why didn't you do it around Daytona? And if you watched, read, or listened to my interview with Matt Lewis, they have a really good reason for that. If you release at the beginning of the season, there's a good chance you don't have all the team assets for that year. Paint schemes, all that. So then what do? You wait, and then midway through the season, you release them as like a DLC. A lot of people won't like, all right, I'm buying NASCAR 26 in February. Why is it the 2025 teams? So they waited till the end of the season. And it might not be a permanent thing where towards the end of the year, but they are doing it in the middle of the playoffs, and they'll have all accurate team information. Molly, thank you again. I know you've been interested in the Discord news. I have it just about done, and when it all depends on what my career is taking me and if I'm sticking around. I'm going to have more on that. I'm going to stream again this week. To kind of, I think, talk about that more. Just because we're talking about other stuff, I don't want to, like, take away from that. I think Horizon 5 is my favorite. I think Horizon 5 is my favorite. Excuse me. Let's see here. What else do we got? Did I play Battlefield 6? Jarrett, how are you, buddy? It's been a while. I played the first weekend. I didn't play as much of the second weekend because I was busy with Madden. I'm enjoying it, to be honest. I am enjoying it quite a bit. So I didn't play the second weekend. I don't think it's a game. No, not Need for Speed Most Wanted. It's up there, but it's not my top. But with Battlefield 6, I still don't think it's a game I'll buy at launch. I'll buy on sale, but that's because I don't really spend so much time. I don't spend so much time with first-person shooters. Man, this sure looks better. It looks great. On the field, I'm having more fun with it than I have had in about a decade. There are still a lot of quality of life issues. Like in my review, I wrote that I wavered back and forth on whether it was a good game or a disappointing game. And on the Insider Gaming scale, we go 1 to 5, bad, disappointment, or disappointing, good, great, masterpiece. That's just, so you get a lot of games that are 4s and 5s or 4s and 3s and stuff. Is Madden a 2 or a 3? In a lot of ways, off the field, it's a 2. But I'm having so much fun with it on the field that it's tough for me to give it less than. You know what I mean? It's tough. Sorry, I'm just replying to a message. They do need to fix posting adjustments are annoying. I still hate the fact. So I gave Madden a 3 out of 5. And I think that's a perfect thing. 6 out of 10, 3 out of 5. That's where it fits. Especially for what I look for. Simulation stats are still busted. I still can't stand the fact that you can't view your draft class during the draft. There's going to be another Dev Diary soon. I hate the fact I wasn't invited. Would I have been able to go? I don't know. But the idea of going down to Charlotte, because I got family in the area, like, would have been fun. But it was for creators, not media. And I'm on the media side. If I was on the creator side and this is what I did, probably. But I'm on the media side, so I got the interview. You know what I mean? Like, I can't complain about it. Because it was, you know, I got to get an interview that no one else got. You know what I mean? The only other thing they did was they talked on the official NASCAR channel. Like, I will be grateful for what I for what I got from them, because they're great people too. They are great people. I am so excited. Like, in this industry, you're not supposed to be biased, but there is, because when good people are doing good things, and you can tell when they're passionate about what they're doing, it makes it so much more fun to cover. It makes it so much more. So I'll be honest, I haven't played college football. I've not played college football. Did not get it. Couldn't afford to get it. I gotta be, you know what I mean? Like, games are $70, dude. I know I get some games for free and for review and stuff like that, but when the games I gotta pay for, like, I gotta be picky, because some games, I also prefer indie games where I can go drop $40 on 2 or 3 games. Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of those types of careers, and that's perfectly fine. They want to show, I think, hey, if you're a serious sim guy from iRacing, which I got to get back into, man. I was so bad, but I enjoyed it. They want to show that it's going to be good for the sim guys on console. Having a blast so far, guys. Shaping up so far to be one of the better live streams we've had in a while, too. Did you guys see the news about MLB rights deals? Apple being out, NBC Peacock being in, MLB TV being sold to ESPN, Netflix getting the Home Run Derby. I'm excited to see what that comes. Yeah, that's what I've heard, Defire. I have heard that that it's, you know, there is it's a slower game. Who should the next Women's champ be? You know, I'd do a short run with Raquel Rodriguez. I would do a short run with Raquel Rodriguez. TP, I can't talk about UFC 6 more than I already have, man. There's nothing to talk about. There's literally nothing to talk about. I talked about it at the start of the show. But I think Raquel Rodriguez. Roxanne, I don't know, not yet. I think Raquel and then Roxanne take it off of her. That'd be pretty cool. Though I have a feeling Stephanie Vaquer. It's going to be Raquel because Naomi's out. I think it'll be Raquel versus Stephanie Vaquer. And maybe put it on Stephanie. I don't know, Chris. I don't know. Yes, I get that to fire. But yeah, I don't know about the walkout. I'm trying to find out information. I have messages out, and if I get responses, I'll let people know, but I don't want to say answers if I don't know. Yeah, Jared, that makes sense. Raquel being slow to fire, I get. I think it would be a cool. She's this is, you know, what she's battled back from. It would make sense. But even if it's just a short run, I don't need. That's what bothers me. Everybody was like mad about Jey Uso losing it so quickly. I am a fan of 1 to 2 month title runs. I don't need 6 months, a year title run. They're boring. Why was Joe Burrow starting with a bad guy? I don't know what the Bengals are doing. I want Zach Taylor fired so bad. I want Zach Taylor fired. Liv versus Roxanne at Mania would be... It would be money. I just hate that it's in Vegas again. Though we got to get ready for, 27 when they have 2 WrestleManias, one in Saudi Arabia. The sands of WrestleMania. Yeah, I just don't know what's going on with UFC. I don't know. Inzoy. What else do we got? I think I pretty much talked about everything. The future of the channel. There's some things I'm figuring out. The thing is, AEW is the same way with title reigns. AEW, I mean, not as much, but they're kind of the same way. Oh, Rhea's getting that belt back eventually. Rhea's getting that belt back eventually. Yeah, I'm over the Seth Rollins stuff. I'm over, the cool heel. Like, you want to be a heel, let him be a heel and let him boo. No, EA, The Sims 5 isn't happening. They're going to keep working on The Sims 4. It's no longer even The Sims 4. It's just The Sims, basically. And it's just an ever-evolving environment, platform, whatever you want to call it. That's what that's going to be. They need a draft. I hope so. See, and that's okay. I mean, you had 99, where you had a lot of them too. Jarrett, I'm like, there's this balance. I think 6 to 8 title changes in a year, I think, is like the max I'd be okay with. I'd want to see. Oh, man. Yeah, kind of like Minecraft is always changing. That's exactly it. as we start to wind down here, wrapping up the questions. You know, we go an hour. When was peak WWE? For me, yeah, I think I'm 35. Peak WWE. I still have a soft spot for 04 and 05. I have a massive... No, 2010 to 2015 sucked. Then you had 2016 to 2019. Sucked even harder. No. The thing is, Attitude Era was good at the main event. The mid-card blew. The mid-card blew. 02 to 05 was amazing. 2002 to 2005 was amazing. SmackDown 6, like, it was just so good. It was such good wrestling. So good. Bills, Ravens, yep. Bills gonna go. Dude, I truly think the Bills could start the season 1 and 2, and this place will burn if that happens. 1 and 2, this place will burn to the ground. The website, what website? See, Black and Gold era was peak NXT. It wasn't peak WWE. NXT was fantastic during that area. The rest of WWE was awful. You'd rather have been on NXT. You didn't have the pay of main roster, but you'd rather. The Triple H Reign of Terror was amazing. But Triple H was also my favorite wrestler growing up. Tori Wilson made me a man. That was Lita. For me, that was Lita. I don't remember him. I never watched him live. How old do you think I am? I didn't watch him live. Remember Andre the Giant? I do not. See, I enjoy AEW. AEW TV lately has been fantastic to watch again. I just wish more people would. And I wish they would be able to sell tickets in bigger arenas for weekly TV. I really do. Do I like John Cena's theme song? His old one, yeah. I don't like My Time Is Now at all. 62? I'm not 62. Boogeyman. 05 to 7 was solid. Listen. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Listen, you. I see your stupid picture and your stupid face. You slut. Favorite theme song from a wrestler? Mavens. Look at that hairline. I don't have a hairline. It's so back, it's gone. Those are freckles. These are freckles, not even a hairline. As we wrap up here, we do have a couple things coming up. Thursday, 4 p.m. Insider Gaming Weekly remains at... it'll likely just be me and AP. Because of the time difference, it's 10 o'clock in the evening in Germany, so they won't be on, Grant and Tom. So it'll just be me, myself, and AP. Or me, myself, and AP. It'll just be myself and AP on the show. Full coverage of the Future Games show is tomorrow. Xbox has a couple streams. We'll have full coverage there at insidergaming.com. Again, there is all of the things you missed at opening night live, insider-gaming.com. Everything that was announced from Lords of the Fallen 2 to the reveal trailers for Black Ops 7 to Inzoi to Resident Evil Requiem to Black Myth Zhongque. So much. Yes, the Discord is coming. I'll have an announcement on that later this week as well. Until next time, everybody, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you. I will be back sooner than expected. I will be back later this week with another